It's not like I even get what you have to gain by going out and going Marquis of Queensberry with these guys.
Go out and just put up your dukes.
I mean, there's no advantage. You might as well just hide and run through the door and shut the door. I mean, it's
You know why I killed these guys? Because I didn't have anything else to do while I was waiting for the funicular. It was like, I don't have any reason to kill you guys, but I'm bored and you're here and you're not bulletproof, so...
Man, we're just getting so much mileage out of that word.
Funicular?
Yeah.
I know, what do we get? I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my life once we've actually bypassed the funicular, once we've put it behind us. I can't imagine a world where I don't have the funicular in my life. So many great memories of that funicular. That's where I had my first kiss with my steady girl. That's where my first son was born. It's where my first grandchild was born. Actually, I guess a lot of really terrible, awful time-bending shenanigans have happened in this funicular. Let's ignore it and abandon it.
The funicular is your,
We gotta get this thing up to 8 miles per hour!
your hot tub time machine / DeLorean.
Intruder!
Cables? Where we're going, we don't need extended cable.
Shit! Hostile on the run! Bastard!
Okay, your ride is there, Jensen.
I've come to stun you while
Josh. What's wrong
cloaked.
with you?
Bastard!
I am cloaked.
What? Just go for the funicular! What are you doing?
I wanted to shoot those guys!
Jensen,
Oh cool, it's Star
I'm beginning to
Tours.
think
We're in
that not
Disney
everything
World.
is what it appears to be at Picus Communications.
Oh shit, this does kind of look like Star Tours.
The hidden sub-basement.
You know,
So
this
why
doesn't
didn't
look-
they finish this backdrop?
Or the heavily armed guards.
Did they really
Yeah,
think you
that-
wouldn't walk
Spare
up
me the
to this?
sarcasm. I'm talking
Yeah,
about how
put
No,
a
apparently
giant-
Montreal has a
Access to
portal to
systems.
the
At
netherworld
least
in the
parts
center of it.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean, I feel as if I'm being directed to some areas of the network and kept away from others. Only no
It's just a
security
power
system I
outage
know
right
of
below
can
you.
do that on
Just
the
very
fly.
localized.
Figure it out, Mr. Richard. If I'm gonna catch Miss Kassan in action, I need a more accurate destination than the secret lair.
The hollow processing cloud you
So the
encountered
Picus
in
building
room
here is a real
404
building.
was
I wonder if
accompanied
this
by a
funicular
massive
is a
power
real
spike.
funicular.
The spike originated in one of the sub-basement's
I
bigger
think
rooms.
I don't
it's a-
even think funicular is a real
80211.
thing. I think that
I suspect
they made
that's
the
where
word
she
up for this
broadcasts
game, and then they went to like Wikipedia and made up the Latin etymology root of the word and added it to dictionary.com.
That would be
So you're
very
positing the
appropriate for a
funiculars
game based on
themselves are fiction?
conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
So what about my memories of being on funiculars? Were those implanted by like a brain scrub team?
yeah, these don't exist. This is a completely impossible technology. We can't make elevators that go sideways.
And then they retroactively put one into Half-Life.
You know, all the way
Right.
down here, I kind of kept feeling like headcrabs were gonna come flying out,
Yep.
and I felt like that would have been much more interesting because Jesus Christ, this is a long, boring ass trip.
Yeah, I know. It's cool when you're talking to Pritchard for like half a second.
Isn't there
It's
totally
like
a couple funiculars towards the end of Mass Effect?
It's like
Dude,
halfway
everything
through
in
that
Mass
ride, you're
Effect
like,
is an
man.
elevator.
It's like halfway through that ride, you're thinking,
Yeah,
man,
sounded
can't
like
Pritchard
someone running. Over there.
call me up and be a dick to me just to help me pass the time?
This thing really takes the fun out of funicular.
I knew that was gonna happen. I should have called it
Yeah.
before the episode.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go, this really puts the fun in funicular. That's the way I thought that was gonna go down. And you mixed it up,
See,
so I'll
it
give you
would
credit
have
for that.
if it was actually any fun. That was where they went wrong.
So the funicular has two stops: the head of Picus Media and super secret Illuminati base.
Kind of makes you wonder why they installed it, actually. Seems like that might have been a red flag to the civil engineer. So why do you need this massive cable elevator again?
To my
Oh, we know.
my humiliation, I never noticed that detail. That seems really... I mean, it's got the Illuminati hand right there. That in Deus Ex 1, the first shot of like the opening cutscene is of the Illuminati hand, that hand that's gripping an Earth. And so that's like
the hand
a
of
real... I didn't know it was called
like,
that. I
you
called
make-
it the...
You make like basic minigunners from it, and
You know,
It's
I just thought
reference.
of...
He's trolling.
then
Continue.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And-
sounded like someone
but
running.
you've got this
Over
hand
there.
gripping a ball, which just now occurred to me. Is David Seraph and his baseball thing some reference to that?
Oh.
Well,
Hey.
maybe a bit of misdirection.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because obviously it'd have to be.
Yeah, but is that a bit of misdirection with him always playing with that baseball?
You know, it's kind of relevant because, I mean, even if he's not a member of the Illuminati, he... Well, actually, I guess, because the thing is, he doesn't really seem to have that megalomaniacal aspect to him.
No, he doesn't. He's more like... I thought he did, but he's almost like to augmentation what Steve Jobs is to electronic gadgets and human interfaces. Just passionate about it, and maybe a little fixated on it, but that's okay. It makes him good at what he does. That's my
Right.
read on David Seraph after the end of the game. And he might make mistakes,
So-
but his mistakes would stem from his passions and not from corruption.
As you get down here into the Illuminati newsroom of the Picus Media branch, you start to run into some really creepy emails like this one. Language and
Get a bigger
carefully
one
chosen
now.
words are a form of influence. And like talking kind of like control is in the delivery of information. Like, oh, we gotta...
Damn, this is some snow crash shit up in here.
Yeah.
Then that just sent me on a mental tangent of imagining this game if it were Snow Crash. I'm not sure this is a productive exercise, but it's an entertaining one.
You realize Snow Crash, if it was made into a video game, would be a mashup of like a first-person shooter, a kind of a brawler game where you've got a sword, and Tony Hawk skateboarding.
Also, Second Life.
And also
like-
a bunch of creepy sex
Access granted.
stuff.
Yeah. Well, like I said, also Second Life.
Oh yeah, I see where you're going with that.
Well, I mean, that's is that it wouldn't even have to, like, they wouldn't even have to design that part of the game. Like, they wouldn't have to spend all sorts of time building, like, that whole metaverse
Access
world.
granted.
They would just have, for the metaverse levels, it would just kick you into Second Life. And it would be exactly as he described.
Cooling system, what does that affect?
Things that are hot.
Thanks, Seamus. Your helpfulness here is... Oh, the heavy rifle and
Oh
the
my
plasma
gosh!
rifle.
Josh! You have the whole inventory unlocked.
Oh,
Come here,
I
buddy.
was hoping
Give
you
me
wouldn't
a hug.
notice that.
Give me a hug. Come here, buddy.
We're taking you out for ice cream tonight.
Didn't he buy it just out
well,
of spite to
someday.
prevent us from getting the Icarus?
Yeah, well, there was that.
One of the commenters said it was so we could carry more booze.
And then not drink it.
Which? And then,
And
yeah,
then I
and
drink it.
so
So
far
it's a
your
double
actions. So your actions have borne this out so far.
It's like you've been trying to troll too many different angles, and you accidentally
You should not be humping
de-trolled and
the wall.
gave us exactly what
Oh,
we
dear.
wanted.
Oh, jeez. Well, this did not...
Fell off the side of the building.
Well,
You're gonna notice that? think they're gonna notice that their buddy Dave, just in the middle of his patrol route, doubled over and began engaging in some steamy frottage with the chest-high wall, and then flung himself head first through the solid object? Think this is gonna blow your cover? Apparently not. It's cool. Everyone is so accommodating of Dave's lifestyle.
I'm right now writing slash fiction about Dave the guard and the chest high wall.
That makes me wonder if there's actually like Jensen / Pritchard / fics out there.
Oh, never underestimate the internet. Of course there is.
No, of course there is. Of course, here, I will find one and then read it in my dolphin lover voice.
Oh, god damn it, not the hemipenes again.
Where are you gonna look for this? On your own hard drive?
Maybe. Has Chris heard the dolphin lover voice?
Oh, and this guy...
No, he doesn't hate us, so obviously not.
That guy got his combat rifle stuck in his abdomen.
What is it with these guys
embarrassing.
and their collision boxes or what? I
Never
don't remember
hacked
this
this
happening
terminal.
with yeah.
Oh wait, no.
I don't remember these
I guess
problems happening in Detroit.
Hey, Rudskarn, you can speak French, right?
Yeah, sure. Well, what do I need to translate?
Okay, read this.
Can you read blobby French?
It is for the killer of the 7 penises, 8 shopping carts,
Okay, shut
4 with a parrot who is less than the king of Nodwick.
This is the worst thing I've ever done since the last thing that was the worst thing that I ever did. Oh, there's a camera right there.
Worst thing that I ever did? Interesting. Let's see if I can top that. Adam was just finishing his report when Pritchard stalked into his office. Jesus Christ, Jensen. How many times do I have to tell you I'm not your personal secretary? He griped and threw a small bundle of scrap papers at Adam before flopping down on the couch.
I am going to
Pritchard
murder you,
sighed
Rudskarn.
dramatically.
I know where you are! I can come to your college and just find you. Oh. That was mine.
Adam crossed the... Wait, no, this is Adam Sarah. Damn it, I think.
What?
We're saved. Adam and Seraph / fic?
No, hold on, here we go.
Well, that's why I was asking about Pritchard and Adam, because I figured that Seraph and Adam is the one true pairing.
This is so horrible. You are
This
all
is actually
horrible.
much harder
you
than I
are
thought.
all awful people. How did it wind up on a show with all of you awful people?
Okay,
I just
okay.
actually- sorry, this-
fucking slash fiction.
This is way harder than I thought it would be.
Okay, on
You're
topic.
saying you've never done this before.
No, Josh, that's a quote actually from the fanfic.
Oh god damn it!
Okay, on topic. This level. You remember when we were in Taeyong Medical and we all agreed that it was a really believable place? This level is.
Yeah.
This part of this level, not so much.
Yeah, it's just this generic, like, what does the Illuminati do here? Is this their payroll and accounting offices for paying their secret government, or...?
No, it has a real purpose in the Illuminati. It's where they... Right, it's where they control the... They don't control the news, they control the tone and the framing and the context of news in order to suit their worldview, which is a really cool thing the Illuminati could do, but how do you have an entire office full of people come here and not go out and get drunk and talk about what they do every day for the Illuminati?
Yes.
I mean, this is like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
this should be
that's
like
pretty
4
much
people.
the problem with an Illuminati as a concept.
Yeah, there's actually an email here. I'm not going to take the time to try to find it, where they actually talk about how well they did in manipulating the media by like airing a story with just a specific tone and headline, which is
to be fair,
totally
it's totally,
the conspiracy theory idea.
New Paris Hilton
I
sex
love-
tape.
I love
It's not
these guards that walk up to a crossroads and then don't
Yeah.
go into the crossroad, and I can just hang out behind the corner.
Well, I mean, it's not even a conspiracy theory to say that, like, you know, different news outlets frame the news in different ways to spin it to their preconceived message. That's just how it works. I think everybody gets that by now.
Man, I'm running out of non-lethal stuff.
The problem is that here it's not even subtle. It's literally, we need to figure out how to frame this for the Illuminati.
Yeah.
I mean, their office has the entryway to their office has a giant hand holding the globe. That is not subtle.
No.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
not. That's not the world. This is a visualization of us having everybody in the planet by the balls. Actually, that's not better, is it?
But no, yeah, it how it should be is that they should just have in their pocket, like, the heads of media outlets who dictate policy. They shouldn't have, like, one hub where they do the spin.
Crap.
And, okay, so, you know, if we're talking about it just being for, like, Eliza Kassan in this news, you still don't need a special studio for
Yeah.
Oh.
this. Can be done very subtly.
That camera's not setting off the alarm despite the fact that I pulled that dude into... No, it's only suspicious when I walk in front of the camera. It's not suspicious when it pans over to one side and then pans back to where it was looking and sees a corpse or a dude that's knocked out.
I think also there's some problems with the general theory behind it, because realistically, if you were going to try to control the flow of information, you'd want to control it at the source, not the distribution.
Yeah.
Because if you don't watch Picus, you know, you're getting news from the internet, and then that could be unfiltered.
Well, I think the idea is
Yes.
that Picus is now the most popular news thing on the internet. This would have worked a lot better if they'd done it like, oh, this is like the 2025 or 2027 equivalent of
Access
Google.
granted.
Or the Associated Press. That's what this
Right.
should be. Is the Associated Press, because that feeds almost, you know, that feeds a lot of other.
I always thought this was a cool room. What is it? Fuck if I...
If the Illuminati wanted to spin a news station, it would be really easy for them to do that. Just buy the news station and, like, hire people who are sympathetic to what you want to be said, and if necessary, hire technicians who go through and edit headlines and stuff like that.
Is this a
So
camera?
this would only really make sense if it was a way of filtering all the news at once.
Right.
Unrelated to that, but related to this room, wasn't that the moon base that they keep implying is either maybe DLC or some sort of hoax?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, if you go back into that room...
I assumed that was another world. Like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go check on the Earth hologram. It's a hologram of the Earth we're trying to rule.
The text on it
Yep,
said,
it's there.
Moonbase concept composited image or something like that.
I see. Okay, then it is the moon, and I just assumed it was the world because this is the Illuminati and they want to rule the world.
Not to bring in...
it's boss fight time.
Oh god. Not to bring in that thing we said we wouldn't bring in, but there is also in Missing Link a little hologram disc where if you put it on the table, it will show you plans for a moon base. So either they're hinting at future DLC or maybe something in the sequel.
Hello, Adam. I knew
Because they resolved this game so well that they're just going to be able to pull off their planned sequel without a hit.
AI program, so they say.
I'm trying to think of one.
This was always planned to be a trilogy!
Ever since I realized what my interference had allowed.
Or they could do what they did with Missing Link and just fill in those missing days where Jensen went to the moon.
Impossible. People would know.
Would they?
No.
I
don't buy that. You can tell in someone's eyes when they've been to the moon. It's just like a look in their eye.
Being discussed correctly.
Oh, actually.
Correctly?
Yeah, I guess that could work.
And what if it isn't?
Then my programming allows me to reshape it.
You
So
spin
they
the
built a
news,
super AI
control
so
what
they
people
could
see. Who created you?
monitor
Whose
internet
policies are
chat
programmed to
rooms
protect?
and then say stuff.
Sao is one of them, I think.
I guess.
But there are others.
Tell me.
And I found I didn't
Who
mind
else is
Eliza. I
involved in
like
this,
that they
Eliza?
had an AI in
Where's
here. I
Megan
just
Reed?
thought she wasn't very interesting.
Who ordered the kidnapping?
Like,
Yeah.
the one that
I
you
want to
talked
tell you,
about,
Adam.
it was in your video, Chris.
Why
your
not?
video of
Because she won't let me.
Deus Ex 1. Well, talking about both games. But you talked about the one that JC talks about, talks to. And it's just an AI tucked into a side room that is basically this experiment. And I can't remember his name.
Allow me to uncloak myself and reveal my presence before we fight.
Oh, stupid boss fight.
Adam, run. Yeah, okay.
Oh, man.
Where? The doors are shut, lady. You suck.
Oh,
No one likes a
shit.
backseat gladiator.
Oh, this is gonna
No,
be
this
bad.
equipment isn't sensitive, is it?
I have
Josh,
the
I
basic program.
can't even believe you, Josh.
I'm drunk, damn it!
Are you actually drunk?
I can't even see the right, like, I can't see the key bar, the binding bar down at the bottom to even
The key bar?
switch weapons and stuff.
Did you say key bar?